Hey, bestie, how you doing?
Hey, bro. When do you think you're going to be around so we can actually get the recording of this board game bar for this week done?
I'm pretty busy this week. I've got work and training a lot. Can you maybe Can you maybe see if Kate's free? See if she can do it. I mean, she won't be as good as me, but
Well, okay. But what will we do?
hmm. Oh, you've been doing a lot of that. You keep telling me all the stuff you want to do for this year. Why don't you just turn that into a video, and everyone else can hear all the great ideas that we're going to do for BGB this year.
All right. All right, I'll see if Kate's free. I'll miss you though.
Oh, of course you will.
All right. Thanks, bro.
All right. Good luck, bestie. Send me the video when you're done.
Shall do. Cheers.
Bye.
Oh, hey.
Oh, you're here. Oh, welcome to the Board Game Bar, where we're going to go through our year in review 2022 and also what we're really looking forward to in 2023. I've got Kate with me here.
Yes, I was definitely the first choice.
And yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off by making a drink that we're quite excited about, hopefully getting to play more of in 2023. And hopefully you might be able to guess what game that's for. Otherwise, stick around to the end of the video and we'll actually tell you. You won't even need to guess if you stick around. So let's jump into it.
Let's do it.
Part of our resolutions for 2023 are to make more drinks, not just cocktails. So today we're actually going to be making 2 drinks to pair with our most anticipated game of the year. So we are going to be making the Dark Magic. So to make this drink, we're going to start off with some chocolate syrup. Unfortunately, the only chocolate syrup we could get at this time was some Hershey's. If you can, you could water it down, or you could actually find a less sweet chocolate syrup. Within this, you will also need to choose what cola you want to use, because we are going to be using quite a bit of cola. We are using our Strange Love smoked cola. It is actually more of a drier cola. It's not as sweet. There's not as much sugar in there. If you are using a different cola, make sure, and we're only going to be adding 1 part of the cola for now. We'll add more cola later. We then also will add a 1/4 part of vanilla extract or essence. Make sure this is the non-alcoholic version, so make sure that when you're getting your vanilla extract to get non-alcoholic. Some are alcoholic and some are not. The other component we are also adding to shake up is some lime. So we're going to be adding 1 part of lime. We're going to shake all of these ingredients up. And this forming part of the base. Now, you'll notice we only added 1 shot of cola. That is because if we added too much cola at the start, it will actually foam up and you would have no real good drink. So, into the glass, we're going to pour and double strain. We don't want any shards in there. So, from here, we're then going to add extra cola. So, before we do that, we're going to add a little twist to ours and we're going to add a dollop of ice cream. You don't need to add the ice cream, but within this game there are 2 versions of it and one has a cold setting, so we wanted to add some ice cream as well. You can use vanilla as well, or for us we're using choc mint. Yum. From here we're going to add another 3 parts of cola. So that means we've got 4 parts of cola in total, but only 1 is shaken up with the drink. And there we have the Virgin Dark Magic. From here, we're actually going to make our alcoholic Dark Magic. So for this, we're going to have 1 part of creme de cacao, 1 part vodka, 1/2 part of lime juice, and at the end, we're going to top it up with 1 part of cola. So first off, we're going to shake this drink. Again, we're going to add some more ice cream. To finish this off, we're going to add our 1 part of cola. Now, this will actually make more of a spider, but that lovely little froth is what's going to give all of the little flavors and touches. And that is our Virgin and normal Dark magic. So now we have our drinks in hand. We are going to actually talk through what 2022 was like, our 3 months of starting the channel, what we enjoyed playing, what we wanted to play more of,
Yes.
and also go through what we're excited to do in 2023. So Kate, did you want to kick off?
Anyone that knows me knows that out of all of the games I played last year, my most favourite might have something to do with these bad boys. Game was Rush Out. Now, we got to play this once or twice with a couple of different people, but I feel like I was just getting the hang of it.
So clarification.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
1 or 2, we had 3 sessions.
Round. Was it 3?
Sessions, yeah. But those sessions, how many games did we get?
Quite a few. Yeah. Quite a few. So. It's not enough.
It's not enough?
It's not enough. I was getting the hang of it. And I don't beat my brother at games very often, everybody. Okay? He's better at them than me. This one, though.
There's some quacks. You get a lot of, like, I don't know what it is, but you're pulling power in quacks.
Amazing.
That
amazing. Is something we should play more of. I didn't even have that one on my list, but quick addition, we should play more quacks.
Yeah.
Rush Out is fabulous amount of fun. Highly, highly, highly energetic because you've just got to be on the ball the whole time. But definitely best part, flicking off everyone's dice.
Yeah, but you're absolutely violent with that.
Yeah, I know.
It is
that
dangerous to be around Kate at the best of times.
That's
when she has the ability to flick. It's very, very bad.
I'm not going to do it now because I might break something. I'm not allowed to do it down here very often.
No, there's expensive
Too much expensive equipment. Yeah. Anyway, we should play more Rush Out is the conclusion of that.
And I think that that's definitely going to get a lot more playtime, especially now that we're doing more games just for us rather than for stream as well.
Yes.
I think mine from last year, we only just started playing it, just a little bit, and it was kind of at the end.
I feel like this might also be on my list.
It's probably going to be on your list, and that is unmatched. I can see myself getting a lot more of that game because I want to play all the characters.
There's so many characters, though.
So many characters. So hey, if they want some coverage or they want some drinks, like, hey, we could do a deep dive. We could do a long form video. We could do one for
each different set of characters.
Like, should that be like on the resolutions list? Like,
we absolutely could.
To just say, hey, we'll do a long form video. Let us know in the comments if that's actually something you would like to see. Do we make a drink for every single character? Dan's already said no. Because that's a lot of focus on one game. But that could be just one game. Like, we could do one video just on
we could challenge ourselves to create one that matches all of the characters in the set.
Oh, no, we tried that.
Too hard?
No, we tried that with a game where we didn't really focus on the flavor pairings, and it wasn't pretty.
Oh, is this the mistake?
That would absolutely be the mistake where we played We're Still Good. So, that was... I think that, one of the focuses that we do want to have for the coming year is, definitely around one, as you just saw, I'm drinking a virgin drink. No alcohol in this. Anyone can drink it.
I chose the alcoholic one.
Yeah, Kate chose the alcoholic one. But that is a resolution we want to do this year. We want to do more focus on drink pairings because... We actually started the channel and doing all this because we love giving our friends and family experiences when we play board games because we know how hard it can be. So focus for the year is actually focusing on getting drinks, not just cocktails.
Yeah. So
and that could also, if you want, include what food pairings and how you do that because ultimately I just made a drink, but that's, you don't want to be getting up and down. So we're thinking about ideas on
possibly big or
bulk making them, So how can you do that? Get the quality of the drink and what you want to experience, but not have to spend all the time.
We absolutely should give a hand at making a punch.
Oh, yeah, but like all the punches I see are just so one note.
There's your challenge, Daniel.
All right, well,
go and make me a more than one note. Find
me a game where a punch is actually applicable.
All right.
That's a thinker.
Alright,
You can sit
alright.
back and think on that.
I'll have a think about it.
Yeah. So we've got some other resolutions, but before that, what is one game you're looking forward to in next year?
One game I am very excited about is a game called Tesseract. Now, this is one that I've only heard about recently, but it as suits me. It's sort of about it's a dice game. So it's a cooperative, challenging game where you have the Tesseract, which is made up of 64 dice. That's like the main part of the...
Wow.
Yep. So it's like, that's your game. Your game is the block of dice. And then you have to sort of have that in the middle, and players have to remove the dice, so build their own sort of different things in front of them. Each character has their different abilities, so it's sort of an asymmetric characters, and you have to work together. I'm looking forward to it because the fact that the game piece is basically a dice, is one selling point.
Yep. Yeah.
No, my favorite. Two, it's cooperative, which is more fun for me. Me and Holly talk about this a lot. We like playing with people rather than against them. We played a lot of...
Of course you like playing with people.
What was the eyebrow raise there? He's being gross. Moving on. Anyway, yeah, so it's tension building too, because the Tesseract, the big dice ball, sort of sheds cubes. So then, yeah.
That
so then you start, yeah.
Fascinating.
I'm really interested. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's coming out. I don't know too much more about it, but the base premise of it really suits what I like in a board game.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens.
I think for me, it's actually kind of a hybrid of a wish I played more of in 2022 and looking forward to play in 2023.
Okay.
And that's because it's not available yet, but I have played it. I played it at PAX, so I got to play it.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if you can guess what it is, but it is it can be cooperative or it can be competitive.
Perfect. Suits.
And it is
We love it.
the Turing machine. So this is basically you'll have your own little puzzle that you need to solve. Well, it's not your own, like everyone needs to solve the same puzzle, but you're
Okay.
actually using these different cue cards, and they're like punch cards that overlay each other, which then give you hints, clues in terms of finding out exactly what is the combination of 3 punch cards that you need to put together to solve
Yeah.
that puzzle.
Definitely heard you talk about it.
And yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Like it's like the mechanics of it, fantastic. It's like on point. Unfortunately, like we were playing it kind of towards the end of PAX,
Yeah.
so we actually had to play it cooperative. We couldn't play it competitively.
Oh, you had to play with people.
And I had to play with strangers. So it was
Playing
like,
with strangers, right.
but that does lead on to my resolution for this year.
Okay.
Playing more games for sure. Everyone
Mhm.
wants to play more games. Mine is actually getting out into the community more, going to events,
Okay.
getting into the we are in the forums. We talk on other YouTube channels, and we enjoy being part of it. But I think
Mhm.
there's definitely more we can get involved with, rather than just being a avid consumer. So
Mhm.
that's probably one of mine. Play more games and get more involved in the community. I know that there's an event in Melbourne in March, so I want to be looking at that as well. So expect to see
I was
more
going to
of
say,
that.
maybe we'll go somewhere and do something that I don't know about yet, but I'm on board.
Yeah. What about, is there a resolution you might have for 2023?
I would like to, for me personally, play more games that challenge how I play things, because we played Blood on the Clock Tower the other day.
Yep.
And I find those sorts of games very stressful. The deception of it, very challenging.
Yep.
However, still had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
So personally, trying to branch out a little bit and give more things a go, because look, even if they're stressful, it might be fun. That's definitely...
And that actually leads to an interesting one that I hadn't thought about in terms of, Blood on the Clock Tower is going to be a game we're going to play a lot more of. Now that I've played the first, because I have played it, but that was the first time I've run it.
Yep.
And I really enjoyed running it.
I really enjoyed running it.
I really enjoy running it. I really enjoy watching it. But I can see that coming out a lot more.
Yeah.
The hard part is getting people together for that.
Yeah,
But
big groups.
But there are some games that are even more difficult. For instance, there's one called 2 Rooms and a Boom. I want to play, and it's what we call a mega game, because you need like 20, 30,
we want
if
you
not
in
40.
our room. Sorry.
Wow, and this is how fun it can be. But yeah, so Two Rooms and a Boom is probably that game that I look forward and say, oh, that's a one example. Like there are some big mega games, and that's where part of that being part of the community is going to things like that. Now we're in Melbourne, Australia, so it's a bit difficult for us to get the numbers together, let alone getting somewhere to do that. But we are, Melbourne has the communities, so
they exist.
It's about putting it out there and start building that. But also, we're not the only people that want to do this. I'm sure other cities and other locations want to as well. So, yeah, I'd love to definitely get into that a bit more. What about another game you might be interested or looking forward to in 2023?
So, something that I've talked about recently is Carcassonne.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't played it, but apparently it's something that I would enjoy playing.
I would say that. Yes, yeah. And it's a classic.
And it is, which resolutions. We want to play more classic games this year that maybe more people are aware of. So maybe it fits into that as well. But there is apparently a new one coming out called Mists over Carcassonne, which is a cooperative version of classic board game.
Cooperative Legacy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, maybe.
Campaign or Legacy?
Campaign. I'm going to have to look into it some more.
Yeah.
However, basically you have to work together to place the tiles, and you have to contain the ghosts, and you have to, contain haunted ground, and I don't know exactly how it works, but it sounds like it would be fun, and you have to try and survive 3 days. Yep. And then you can increase the difficulty if you manage. So it's just going to get harder and harder, which sounds great. So tile placement game, working together, cooperative. I've already said that's something that I enjoy doing a lot of anyway. And we win or we lose together.
That does actually sound pretty exciting.
Yes.
I think, do you have more on your list? How many more do you have on your list?
Not very more.
Not very more. Well, no. You can do it. You can do another one, because I think the other two that I have, they lead to each other, but they also tell us about the drinks.
I was going to say, link into that special surprise you're waiting for at the end of the video, everybody.
Yeah. Spoiler. I've almost finished my drink, so.
I am not. Okay. So I had one more on my list that I looked at, which is called Horticulture. And it's sort of a bit of a strategy game. It's where you have to create a garden.
Yep.
With garden gnomes and a path and some flowers and bits and pieces. And you have to fill your little window box with a planter. So like a little bit similar to Tiny Towns, where everyone selects. So everyone picks a plant they want to add into their garden, and everyone has to add that plant somewhere into their box.
Ooh.
And then you have to draw that plant into your box. So it's like a...
Ooh, okay, yeah.
I thought that was a fun little, different element to this sort of game, that you actually have to do some... Don't mind some doodling myself. It keeps me engaged, keeps my brain engaged. So I think it would be a fun version of that type of game.
Beautiful. Well, I think, that kind of leads to probably the most anticipated. And I think it's not just mine. I think you look on YouTube, you look on all the forums, it's one of the most anticipated games.
Yeah, I didn't have it on my list because he's talking about it.
Yeah, we've already made drinks for it, even though we haven't even got it or been able to play it as of yet. But I think, it's definitely one that's... ambitious is a word that you could definitely use for it.
Ooh.
But yeah,
he's a big boy.
It is Frosthaven. I think Frosthaven is one of those games that mechanically very simple.
Mm-hmm.
You have your hand of cards, which is I wouldn't call it an asymmetric game because you don't have different rules, but you do have your different decks, so you can able to do different. So it's got character definitions. Your character has growth as well, so your character could die or get retired.
No, don't love that.
It is legacy, yeah. But when you're playing,
gonna get murdered.
Each game is effectively a mission, And that could be eradicate all of the enemies. That could be, freeing up an area or the like. And after each game, time passes. You actually change the board state. You might have bought an item and then you actually put it into the book 2-3 weeks later of, this is when it's ready. Those
Bloody love that component, that part of games.
Yeah.
So,
but the actual gameplay itself, like the legacy component runs itself, and you're on the journey. You get to make decisions and all that, but that's not complicated aspect.
Yeah,
it's engaging for sure, but it's
love
not
a storyline.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
Like D&D and those kind of things, you can get very, and D&D has its own issues in OGL at the moment, but like there's a lot of other things that weigh down those RPG systems. Whereas Frosthaven, Gloomhaven, we already have Jaws of the Lion, which we haven't actually gotten to crack open yet, but I think we're going to.
That's on our list this year.
Yeah.
Once we
but
finish
Frosthaven obviously trumps that.
Yes, at some point we will play Frosthaven.
Yeah.
At some point we'll also probably play Gloomhaven. It's just we love a legacy style.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think
style.
I think why it's actually so appealing and so attractive is because the mechanics of it are so simple. When you're playing, you all at the same time from your hand play 2 cards face down. Then you all reveal those 2 cards. That will then determine initiative. And then based on initiative, you will take the top action from one card and the bottom action from another. That's the complexity of the game. Like you're then moving your pieces around and
there's
all that on the board.
Other elements, but
yeah, like
the
it's
main
a simple game.
Point.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yes, that is what we've made these drinks for. Dark magic. So you don't have to have ice cream in it, but
your editing time. Dark magic.
So that is our year in review for 2022, as well as what we're most anticipated for in 2023.
Upcoming.
Have we covered all games? Oh, no.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
How
There's
would
some
we?
swear words for you straight there. Get demonetized.
I asked him earlier if I could do that. He's like, not at the start. We're not at the start anymore.
We're
no.
At the start. But yeah, like the numbers are staggering. It's like over 5,000. I think it's actually over 6,000 games per year getting added.
So many games.
Yeah, so we can't cover everything.
This is our small, tiny little corner of the world. This is playing.
Well, yeah, this is what's come to our attention. There's definitely more games we need to go through and have a look of, but hopefully the year will come. And make sure to let us know what you'd like to see from us as well, because this is a growing and developing channel as well as community. So make sure to let us know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. It actually does help, especially for us. We are young, we are new. Publishers do not like to talk to anyone that doesn't actually already have, and some of these games we can't get. Like we can't get half the game. Well, actually, none of the games we've talked about, with the exception of the want to play more of in Rush Out and Unmatched
that we have played already.
We were just we're able to buy it, but there are a lot of games that we're talking about we can't get yet, and that's why bigger channels are able to start putting out content for instance, Frosthaven, because either they had the Kickstarter campaign and don't live in Australia, where we get unfortunately last pickings, or
we get forgotten. We're all right with it, really.
Or they get sent preview copies, so in which they get it early, so they get to do the coverage. So make sure to give us that love. We also have the app.gamesnight.fun. That is just it's how we manage our board game collection. It's we made it for us. If you want to jump in there and have fun, thank you. I caught it.
That was damn it.
And that is our year in review.
Woo, we did it.
Thank you for joining us. We love to see you in the next one, as I have to do an outro while someone is chucking dice at me.
He put them in front of me.
Thanks
so
all.
This is his fault.
Have a good year, and we look forward to the next one. Bye.